Good evening, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to my stamp room. Come on in, relax. We're going to create together. We're going to make a fun fold card. I don't know what it's going to look like. I can show you the fold. I'm hoping you'll help me design it with some beautiful papers. So welcome, everyone. My name is Susan Campfield. I'm so glad you're here with me. I love to make cards. You all are amazing at making cards and getting them in the mail. And I truly believe that just sending handmade cards to people brightens their day. It makes the world a kinder place. And I think we do a lot with our little paper hugs that come in the mail. I know when I get a handmade card, I'm absolutely thrilled to open up that card and just so touched that the person actually thought of me enough to make a card for me and send it to me. So thank you for all the cards that you're making and sending. You're doing great things. I hope my little part of that is to help get you some creative inspiration. Sometimes if we sit down and we don't have any creative ideas, it can be harder to make the cards. So together we can inspire a lot of creativity and just make the world better, right? So we're going to make a fun fold card tonight. I'm so excited to be here with you. It's Saturday evening in Minnesota. I'm kind of all sweaty because my son and I went to a festival in Minnesota today. And that was warm. It was 84 degrees today. So, but it was the Stone Arch Bridge Festival and it was fun. But now I'm ready to relax and create with you guys. I'm a messy crafter. I'll just put that right out there. I love stuff. I get creative and I pull everything out and I make a big mess. So when I find it again, we play a game. We take a little sip of our beverage. So I have ice water in my cup because I've got to replenish all that liquid I lost at the festival. So let me know what's in your cup tonight. And let's go ahead and get this party started. I'm going to flip the camera around. Oh, I should tell you really quick. Oh, so bad about remembering things. I send out free project sheets via email. You can subscribe at suestampville.com and you'll get some creative inspiration right in your inbox. So again, you can be creatively inspired to make more cards. So, and I realized my microphone's not plugged in. Oh my goodness, all the things. Hopefully you can hear me. I think you can. Usually my computer picks it up, but since I'm going to be leaning over my desk, let's plug in the better mic. There we go. Oh, hopefully, I flashed, but hopefully I'm still here. Let me know in the comments if you can still hear me. And let's go ahead and get started. Oh, I got to put away that banner. Might block our creativity. All right. Let's go to the desktop. Hey, it's working. Yay. All right. Well, this is the bundle that I think we're going to create with tonight. That's what I had in mind. You guys might change my mind, but this is the inked and tiled bundle. So the bundle comes with this cute stamp set and with 2 punches, actually. And then you can also get some designer series paper. This paper is called Inked Botanicals. It's a 6x6 paper, as you can see. And there is a suite collection here, the Inked Botanicals suite collection. You can order the whole thing, and that includes this beautiful Lost Lagoon ribbon. However, don't do that. Don't do that this month because I gotta change my focusing there, because this is on sale. So if you order the suite collection, you won't get the sale price for the paper. So you're better off to order the pieces separately so that you can get the deal on the paper. Almost all of our designer paper is on sale this month. The exception would be the color families paper that are the different, here's the one right here, just happen to have one. This was a swap card I received. This is these type of papers are available in every color that we have, but those are not part of the sale. So just FYI on that. So we're going to play with this, and I am been inspired by a couple of swap cards that did you do that last week? I think a week ago, Saturday, we did this. Yes. Where is it? Right here. We made this triple flap fun fold card with this same paper. We did 2 on the video. Can I find the other one? Maybe. I think this was it. I don't know where the belly band has wandered off to. And then after the fact, I did this this one right here. This actually, we made the Lost Lagoon one first on the video, but the belly band looked like that. So let's grab a couple cards here. So I want to we're going to do a different fun fold tonight. And I got a few swap cards that are kind of inspiring me. So I got this swap card, and I feel terrible because I like to give credit to who made the card, and there is no post-it note here. So this was probably one I got in a swap that either came with a business card that then got separated from the card when it, in its travels around my house. But I like this fun fold idea. So if you made this card, please let me know so I can give you credit. So this is, I'm going to call this what did I call it on the dimensions that I typed up? I'm trying to remember. Triple flap crisscross. I don't know. That's what I've called it. Well, I don't know if that's the official name, but triple flap crisscross, because they kind of crisscross and go back and forth. So I'm thinking we're going to make this design tonight, but we're going to change it up a little bit. I got this swap card. This one I do have the creator information on the back. My friend Sue Nurnberger here in Minnesota made this beautiful card with this paper. And so we're going to kind of mishmash these two together and see what we think. So what I was kind of thinking was doing the 3 flaps with these 3 papers or similar papers and making the base the pool party color that Sue used and the Lost Lagoon. So should we give it a try? Let's give it a try. Now, I've used a lot of this paper because I've used it for a couple of swaps. So we're not going to maybe have exactly the same patterns, but I do like that color combination. This is another swap card I received. This one is from Barb Mulliken, and Barb is in Wyoming. Really cute card that Barb made. So you can see some of the possibilities with this set. Now she used the flower here, a couple of the flowers. Super cute. I like this pattern too. Is that in the pack? I don't even remember that one being in the pack. Oh my goodness. Or is that from a different, that might be from a different pack. I don't think is that in this one? I don't think it is. I'm flipping through. I don't recognize it. So I don't think it is. Okay. So let's mishmash here. So my first question for you all, while I pull out our papers that we're going to use, is our card base. So should we do pool party or should we do white for our card base? Let me know in the comments whether you prefer pool party or white for our card base. And while you're voting, I'm going to pull out some papers here. I really like this one. Which is this pattern right here. That is really cute. And see what I have for the Calypso Coral. Oh, this one's nice. Sue's had leaves on it. But this one is kind of fun here. That's got different kind of little flowery things on it. Let's go with that one. So there's 2 patterns. And then for our kind of Lost Lagoon pattern choice, this one, okay, I'm seeing a lot of votes for pool party. Awesome. Pool party it is. And go with a little color tonight, right? And let's see what I have left. I've used a lot of this color. So I do have the leaves. Could do the leaves, or I think this is darker than I would like. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I really used a lot of that up. So I am down to these 3 choices. All right, friends, let me know what you think would be best. So keep in mind, we're doing this triple flap, but instead of stamping in the middle on ours, we're going to use the punches to decorate the middle panel. So we're going to do 3 panels of designer paper, and we're kind of copying how Sue did hers. So we've got our Calypso Coral pattern already picked out. We've got our middle pattern picked out. We just need to decide on this last one. So if you let me know if you want number 1, number 2, or number 3 for our 3rd color combo. 1, 2, or 3. While you're deciding on that, I'm going to pull a piece of pool party out of my stash. Is that pool party? Oh yeah, that's pool party. And let's see. Plant leaves, 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're all over the board. I am seeing quite a few ones. So we're going to go with number 1 here. I do think the plaid would be nice as well. I think you actually could make, oh, I just had an idea, you guys. Okay, we're not going to do this card, but I was just thinking if you wanted a more masculine card, this plaid would be really nice. And you could do plaid on the top and the bottom, and then a white panel that's stamped inside. Or do the leaves, because leaves are less flowery and that may be a little more masculine. So I think that would work. Okay, so what do we decide on? The leaves, right? Okay, let's pull this aside and I might have to do that. I might have to make a masculine card after the video here. Let's bring in our paper trimmer. Hold on. Oh, I found it. It was covered in designer paper, and oh, look, a little piece of rose gold right on top. That is, want to see a cute card? So I needed a card to put on Instagram. I haven't posted on Instagram for a couple days, and I usually post every single day. So I just quickly put this one together. This is a new sneak peek. This is a new product that's going to be coming out in the online exclusives that will be available on July 6th. This is called Timeless. Come on, Sue, remember the name. Oh, Jennifer, do you remember the name? Timeless. Hang on. I can look. Timeless Charm is the name. And this is the rose gold metallic paper that we sell. When you order the rose gold, you get the matte finish, which is what I used for these two. You get the mirror finish, which is this one. And then you also get a hologram one. So anyway, side note, when I saw that little piece of paper stuck on there. So we'll be having fun with that next month. So, okay. Someone named Betsy. Oh, I bet it was Betsy Crider maybe made this one. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I thought I probably got it in the Julie Davison swap, which is a 1-for-1 swap. And sometimes if it gets sent with a Post-it or a business card, they tend to go missing. So I'm going to cut my pool party cardstock in half here. My cardstock is 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to cut it in half. That's 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches now. And that's our card base. And now we're going to do some scoring. So we're going to score this at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. Or if you want to be lazy like me and not have to pull out the arm on the side, just flip your piece over and score it again at 2 1/8 on the other end. I'm cheating a little bit on the measurements that I show you. I have actually 2 1/8 and 6 3/8, but either way works, right? Just go with whatever works. So this is our card, just making sure it's the right width. It is. I'm going to set this aside. All right, well, we're going to give Betsy Crider credit for this card because I bet it's hers. All right, I'm going to just score this. So as you can see, this is what we call a gatefold card, but then it has this added element of these crisscross panels. So let's just get this a little better crease here. All right, I really like how Sue she bordered in some Lost Lagoon and also in basic white. So this one you can see was done on Calypso Coral, and then the panels were bordered on a very skinny piece of petal pink. So we're going to just do one border. We might actually go with just white for this. Let's try it and see what it looks like. I do like the little bit of Lost Lagoon, I have to say. All right, we're going to cut our paper here. So we want 3 pieces. Hi, Betty. Hi, Kimberly. So good to have you here with us. All right, Jennifer has our card-based dimensions. I also have the dimensions typed up, and I'll be sharing those at the end of the video. Thanks, Jennifer. My moderator is amazing. Her name is Jennifer Walsh, and she's hanging out in the comments. She's here to help us out tonight. So if you have any questions, feel free to tag her, and by doing the @ symbol and typing Jennifer. I'm cutting this panel. I hope I'm cutting it right. Maybe better check it before I give you the dimensions. It looks so tiny. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Okay, this is what is it? 3 3/4 by 1.5. So 1.5 by 3 3/4 is the dimensions for this. And we're going to do those same dimensions for all 3 pieces. Okay, so this is 1.5 by 3 3/4. Jennifer, is anyone upset that I'm not layering in Lost Lagoon? Because I know it's such an awesome color. Decisions, right? If I was doing a masculine card with the plaid, I totally would. I would totally skip the white altogether. All right, so we've got 3 pieces of designer series paper that are all 1.5 by 3 3/4. Okay, let's put that aside and let's bring in some basic white and see how that looks. All right, I am not going to cut a whole piece because I have heaps and heaps of scraps of basic white right now. So we're going to cut this at 3 7/8 by, hang on, need a little space. See, I'm so good at filling up all my space. What did I just did? I did the width. Okay, all right. So now I need my panel. So that was okay. So it's 3 and hang on, I have to do math. 5/8. Oh goodness. All right. So this is 3 7/8 by 1 5/8. Let's see if that is correct. It is correct. Okay, so let's cut this again. This one is the same size, and this one is the same size. So I just find 1.5 and then I slide to the next 1/8 inch. That is easier on my brain than all those 1/8 inch measurements, but it is technically 1 5/8. So where'd my other one go, you guys? Oh, here it is. Found it. Take a sip, everyone. Only 2 things lost so far. Yeah, but it'll get worse. Okay. All right, let's put this aside and let's see what we're looking at here. I'm going to just lay out our card. So before I start sticking things down, if I'm not sure of my design, I like to just lay it on the card and see what I think. Okay, so I've got this panel here. I've got this center panel right here. And I have this top panel right here. If we wanted to add another layer of the Lost Lagoon, we would need to make our designer series paper a little bit smaller because this is pretty tight on here, and we can't go bigger, but we could go smaller. So we could cut down those. But I'm going to go with it just like this. I think this is going to work just fine. After the video, after we eat dinner, or maybe tomorrow, I'll play around with that and see what it would look like with the Lost Lagoon as an added layer. All right, so we're going to adhere this to our panel. Oh, thank you, Margaret. You were so sweet and kind. Thank you for your kind comments. I have the best viewers ever. I just have to say, you guys are amazing. All right, let's stick this on here. I think Jennifer would agree. All right, let's put it on straight, Sue. How about that? Oh, fine. Went a little wonky on me. That's one of the drawbacks when you're working with an 1/8 inch border where your layer is just an 1/8 inch bigger than your top paper, that means you actually have a 16th inch border, which is just a little harder to work with. So if that is difficult for you, you can make the white the size that we did and just make your paper, your designer paper, smaller to give yourself that 1/4 inch. All right, we're ready to stick on here. So pretty sure this is how I want it, just like that. With those 3, I think that looks nice. Now, when you put the pieces on with this card, you do have to stop and think for a moment, because the top and bottom panel are adhered on the left and the middle panel is adhered on the right. If I get carried away and put adhesive all over it, I'm going to glue my card shut, which is really not what I'm going for. So I'm going to start here and go with just the left side. All right. And I'm just laying it on here and I'm checking to make sure I've got an even border all the way around. Okay. Now I'm going to skip ahead to the bottom because it's also left side, and that's a little easier for my brain to say, oh, same. And we're going to stick it on right here. And then we're going to put that middle panel in, and we're going to adhere it on the right hand side. All right. Oh, we got adhesive on the desk. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I even went back and listened to our team video because I thought maybe I got that one in the stamp share for the leaders swap, but it was not there. So I bet you're right. I bet it came in the mail from Julie's swap, and I bet I showed it on a different team video. I do videos for my team every Thursday night for my entire team level, and then every quarter I have a directs meeting. All right, so we've got a good start on our card base here, and now we're ready to decorate. I do like how Sue decorated by using the punches, so we're going to do a little bit of that, and I think we might do a little stamping on the inside of our card because, you know, we can. So let's grab our punches right here, and let me know in the comments if we're going to use this the skinnier one. So we're going to use the skinny sayings. So let me know in the comments if we should go with lots of love or just a note on our card. And I'm going to punch out. Let's see. Let's just do exactly what Sue did here. We could do the Lost Lagoon too. I'm going to play around with a couple and we're going to see which ones we like better. So we could do this kind of darker pattern with the Lost Lagoon and put that on there. Or we can use the sunny yellow like Sue used. Also have this one too that's kind of more pink. Let's find the yellow. That might have been on a pattern that oh, it's on this one, I think. Let's try this one. Let's see what this looks like. This might be a little different than what Sue used, but let's try this one. This is on the back of that plaid. Oh, I kind of like the yellow. It's just a little bit happier, a little brighter. Picks up the yellow flowers, maybe. Let me look at my other choices. I'm all about choices, and let's see what you're picking in the comments here. Just a note, lots of love, just a note, just a note, just a note. Looks like just a note is the winner, so we're going to go with just a note. I'm just flipping through to see if there are any other. I think, oh, here, this one right here. This is a little bit lighter. Let's try this one. All right. Yeah, I like that one. That's cute. Okay, so we got that, and let's take this punch here, and I want to show you a couple cool things about this punch. So if you take a 1 inch, a 1/2 inch, and maybe just a skosh smaller than a 1/2 inch it's going to fit perfectly in here so that you can punch out your greeting. If you go a little bit smaller than that, so what am I doing? This is, I cannot do math tonight, 3/8 inch. When you go in to punch it, you actually are going to get a little bit skinnier, which means it will layer. You can do a layer piece behind. So let me just, let's see, hang on. We're going to grab our Lost Lagoon. I think Lost Lagoon might want to do pool party. Ooh, I'm not sure, you guys. Let's try both of them. Let's try Lost Lagoon, and we're doing just a note, correct? First of all, is this even going to fit on this? Oh my gosh. All right, I have to pull it closer to me so that I get it maybe remotely straight, maybe. Oh, that looks crooked. Oh yeah, that's totally crooked. Good thing I can flip it over and it's that two-sided paper. Oh, let's try that again. Oh, that's so much better. All right, so we've got, you zoom in there. We've got just a note, and we're going to take the other punch that comes in the bundle, and we can slide it in here, and we can punch it out. Sure we can. Just like that. So this was 3/8 inch wide, which is, can you see how it's a little bit narrower than that punch? So got that punched out. So why that's used, oh, I don't think I punched that very straight, but whatever. Oh, never a dull moment. Okay. And then let's go back to this, and let's cut this at 1/2 inch. It's a little 1/2 inch strip of Lost Lagoon here. It just happened to be hanging out on my scrap desk there. And I'm just going to lay it in the punch and punch it. And so now you can layer this one on top of this, and you get just a little bit of border, colorful border above and below. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Now I got mine a little bit farther over to one side, but you know what? That's fine. We can put a gem there. We can totally fix it. Or we can do another one. Now the other cool thing is, you see what happened after I punched this out? The leftover piece gave us a really cute banner. So that's another great use for this punch. If you want to make like a banner flag, you can do it by just putting your scrap paper into the punch, making sure you're centered and punching, and then you have a perfect little banner flag. And guess what? These two would layer as well, right? So I could layer those two together. Let's just try that just for giggles. Will this fit on there? Is it going to be too short? I don't know. Okay. All right. Hang on. I'm going to practice stamping this. Yep. I think I got my sticker on there kind of at a downhill slope, so I just have to tilt it slightly. So there's just a note, and we could put it on to this little banner flag that we made with the punch. Does that make sense? I hope that. Let me know in the comments that makes sense, how we got this little banner flag. It was the leftover pieces from cutting these. All right. And yeah, we're going to pop a little gem on there. So we're going to use this one for this card. But hey, I've got another one now I can use for a different card, right? All right, let's put this aside. And where did our card go? Oh, here it is. I found it. Found it. Take a sip, everyone. It was hiding under the paper trimmer. All right. So we've got this. We've got, oh, that's so cute. I don't know. I don't even know if I want this because it covers up so much of my flowers. All right, hang on here. I'm going to stick these guys together. Now I could use, oh, there's my crooked side. And this is my, which one's my, oh no, this is my crooked side. Make sure I put the adhesive on the side that's most crooked, which is this side. This one's straighter. Oh, okay, it was crooked on the side that I left mark. Whatever. Whatever. All right, so there we have our little just a note flag. Now we could just put it on here like this and not use that other punch. Yeah, let's bring this guy in here. You could also use this. So many choices, you guys. So we could do that, but then our border doesn't show up as well. We could do this. You got to try all the options, and they all look good, right? Like totally doesn't matter. All right, let's grab this one too. Now this one we had this side, but on this side we've got this. Let's see what that looks like. Is that fun plaid? So many choices, and you can do it straight up like that, or you can do it at a diagonal like so. So let's see here. All right, I think we either go with the yellow one or none at all. So in the comments, let me know if we're going to go with the yellow or just no yellow. Okay, does that make sense? So yellow or no yellow. So either we layer this on here, put it on our card, or we skip this all together and just go with the sentiment. So yellow or no yellow. I hope that makes sense. And while you're voting on that, I'm going to cut a piece for the inside of our card, because we're going to do a little stamping on the inside of our card. Let me just grab a piece of cardstock and paper trimmer right here. No yellow, no yellow, 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 none. Yeah, I think the majority is no on the yellow. All right, thanks everyone. So we're going to, that one just got voted off the island. And we're going to cut at 4 inches here. This is just a panel for the inside of the card. And it'll be 4 inches by 5 1/4. All right. We are making brats tonight on the grill. So right now my husband is steaming them in the beer. And they're bacon and cheese brats. And then we're going to do them on the grill. And we're going to have some grilled corn on the cob and baked potatoes on the grill too. So we're eating late tonight. All right, so that's going to go on the inside of our card, and it looked like the majority wanted to skip the yellow. So we're going to have our little just a note right here. And I like that because then you can see the pretty paper, right? It doesn't cover up the paper as much. And let's grab some dimensionals. I think it's funny that I ended up using the other side that I thought was initially too crooked. Oh, gosh. All right. 1 dimensional ought to do it. I pulled off 2. I don't even know why, because 1 is going to be enough. Where do I want to put it? I could put it right in the middle. This is why I don't press down for a while, because I like to play around with what looks most attractive to my eye. It could go right there. I think I'm going to go right there. And then we're going to add some gems. But before we do that, why don't we go ahead and do the inside of our card. So for the inside of our card, we've got some options here. We can do happy birthday, hello friend, thank you. Let me know in the comments which ones you prefer, happy birthday, hello friend, or thank you. And while you're voting on that, I'm going to stamp a flower. So I'm going to mirror this flower right here. So when you get the designer series paper, you're going to want to make sure you keep the cardboard that comes at the back of the paper, because it tells us what the color options are here that are in the paper. And that makes crafting so much easier if you can kind of go along with the colors in the paper. So, you know, we used Pool Party, we used Lost Lagoon, we used all the colors here. Crushed curry and Lost Lagoon are that's what the yellow is. So we're going to do a flower here, and we're going to color directly on the flower. So we're going to use markers for that. These are not the Stampin' Blends. These are the regular Stampin' Right markers. And so we've got Lost Lagoon right here. Now you can purchase these in color families, or you can purchase the new marker collection, which would have Lost Lagoon, but it would not have Crushed Curry. Is this Crushed Curry? Nope, that's Daffodil Delight. Oh, I was close. This is Crushed Curry right above it. Ah, yes. Okay. So what you want to do is just remove the cap from the wide end. The skinny end is the skinny marker. The wide end is the wide marker. And you just use the side of the wide end, and you're just brushing on. You don't want to use the tip of your marker because you'll fuzz it out and smash it. And you want to keep that a finer point for when you need to do detailed coloring. So I'm just brushing on that color. Now, if you don't have the markers, you could do the same technique if you have the ink pad by using the blending brushes and applying it that way, or the sponge daubers and sponging it on. It will give you a little bit lighter color, but that's sometimes even nicer. So, so I've got the Lost Lagoon stem and the flower. Now, I wasn't going to do the whole thing, but I did put it all on there, so I might as well. Now I'm going to go a little bit off of this paper, so I need found it, a grid paper to go underneath. Oh, sorry, I'm way zoomed up. I hope you could see that. I forget to look at the camera sometimes. Not good. All right, so looks like no sentiment inside. That's another option. Looks like Hello Friend was the most popular choice. So I'm going to stamp my flower. I didn't even bother to put the sticker on this. Oops, sorry, you guys see how lazy I am sometimes. So I'm going to stamp my flower. Now, before stamping it, you can re-moisten it with your breath if you want. That might have given me a little darker yellow, but I kind of like it nice and pale like that. The other option is I could have just done it all monochromatic with the Lost Lagoon. That looks good as well. So let's grab Hello Friend and our Lost Lagoon marker here. Let's stamp that. I'm going to check it. See how straight that is. Okay, I can live with that. See if I can do it on the card though. Hello Friend. All right. It's not 100% straight, but we're going to call it good. All right, so we're going to open up our card here, pop that on the inside. Let's close up the Lost Lagoon ink because I think we're done with that one. And grab our adhesive right here and get this stuck on. So I told you what we're having for supper tonight. What are you having for supper tonight? Tomorrow we're going over to our nephew's house for burgers, Juicy Lucy's on the grill for a Father's Day, kind of Father's Day party. My father-in-law will be there, so that will be fun. And then we're going out for dinner tomorrow night to further spoil my husband on Father's Day. So there we have our card. We're going to add some gems on the front because I like them. All right, I am digging through my fun drawer. Now, we have options. We could go with brushed brass butterflies in here on these flowers. Those are always fun. But I have a certain gem in mind that I can't find. Oh, come on. Seriously? Seriously. All right, we got. Oh, we could do these. It's not what I was thinking of, but got our, this is one of my go-tos, and that's the iridescent gems. Iridescent rhinestones. Sorry, I'm saying it wrong. Got a brand new package of that. Okay, I'll pull that out. But where is the other one? Maybe I'm out of them. Might be out of them. There are other iridescent gem things that are just hiding from me right now. Cannot find them. All right. let's see. Yep. Okay. I think we'll go with one of these. And yeah, because this would be the other. These are the ones I've been using all the time right now is these sequins, which are really, really fun, which is also not the one I was thinking of. Okay. All right. Let me know in the comments if we're going to go with the rhinestones. They were different rhinestones, but they are rhinestones, or the sequins, or the butterflies. Oh, so many good options. And then while you're voting, I'm going to grab my baker's twine and I'm going to tie a little bow because I really like how Sue did that on hers and I'm copying her. It's the sequins, butterflies, Chinese noodles with mushrooms and bok choy. Ooh, that sounds delicious. It's not for our card, but that's what was for dinner. Boy, it's pretty evenly split. I'm seeing a lot of butterflies though. So let's take a look at what you can never go wrong with butterflies, right? Let's see how that would look. Let's take this and tie a bow with my baker's twine. Right here. Just making it a little bit shorter, untwisting it. Now, some of you I know are not huge fans of tying bows, and that's totally fine. This would be optional. You wouldn't have to add a bow to this. I will say that baker's twine is easier for some people to work with because it's like a shoelace. It's like tying shoes, or kitchen twine if you've ever used twine in the kitchen, because sometimes you have to do that, right? So it's not as wide as ribbon, and so because of that, sometimes it's a little easier to work with. I'm going to go a little shorter on this because my loops were kind of huge, and that looks a little better. And I'm going to just put a glue dot on that and tuck that in underneath. Okay, just add a little something, something, and then we'll add our gems and we'll call our card done here. So let me grab a gem quickly here. So this paper is on sale, as most of our papers are. If you have a lot of things on your wish list, what's even better than the sale is the demonstrator starter kit. You can get the demonstrator starter kit in June. Normally you get $125 in product for $99. This month you get $155 of product for $99, free shipping. Just pay the tax. You'll also get a free paper pumpkin kit. If you're in the US, that will come. It'll be a past paper pumpkin kit that will come in your starter kit. Let's pop that right under there. There we go. Okay, it's not cooperating. Hang on. Want my loop open, not twisted closed. All right, so then we've got our little bow on there. I'm going to trim this guy. This a little long. These are not my ribbon scissors. All right, and then let's add what we're going to do. We're going to do a butterfly. Let's take a look here and see. Where is my take your pick tool, you guys? Seriously. I found it. I put it where it belonged. It's the last place I'm going to look ever. Take a sip, everyone. We found it. So we could do the butterfly right here above the sentiment. It's very cute. Oh, you just can't go wrong with these butterflies. They are so awesome. Or over here, so he can stand out a little bit more. Oh, we might need another one. That's so cute, I think. No butterfly stands alone, right? Let's add another one in. All right, so there we've got a couple little butterflies added to our card. Super cute. Let's shove my glue dot in a little bit more. Let's just, yeah. I have to just call it good. All right. Do you ever fuss over your cards like this? Or is it just me? It's probably just me. You just want it to be perfect, right? All right. So there we have our, what are we calling this one? triple flap crisscross? Sure. And thanks to Betsy Crider, I believe was the original creator of our card that helped us decide this fun fold. These are the gems I was looking for. Who knows where the heck they are? Not where they belong, clearly. And for Sue Nurnberger's card. So we kind of just mishmashed these two together and created our own version that combined it. So you can see that Sue's layer of Lost Lagoon did make that whole center panel pop a little bit. So on this card, you could have actually done the whole base in Lost Lagoon. Personally, I like that softer look with the pool party, but again, it's personal preference. And like I said, if I was doing a masculine card, by using the plaids, I probably would use, instead of the white, that darker color to see, to have that stand out a little bit more. But there is our card. Yay. Now, this card could be done with any designer papers. You saw how Betsy used a center panel that she stamped, put a greeting on. And so there was just 2 panels of designer series paper. Lots of options with this card, but because it's a gatefold, it will stand for display. So that's always a fun thing, right? That's always a good feature. And those butterflies, even though they're gold, they just perfectly blend in with the crushed curry, and they just are awesome. You guys did great. I'm so glad you voted butterflies. You were right. You're always right. So thanks so much for helping me make another card. I hope this inspired you. I hope you go make a bunch of these. Let's put up our dimensions here so you can take a screenshot. I'm trying to clean out my desk. Oh my goodness. All right, let's look up our dimensions right here. Triple flap crisscross. So our card base was 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 2 1/8 and 6 3/8. Or remember, you can just rotate it and score it at 2 1/8 on each end, if that makes sense. And then our designer series paper pieces were 1.5 by 3 3/4, and the layer was 1 3/8 by 3 7/8. It was not 1 38. Oh my gosh, Sue, seriously? Hang on, we're gonna edit that. Oh my goodness. I have a boo-boo. Typo. All right. Save. Okay, let's try that again, friends. Oh, that looks so much better. Thank you so much for helping me design this card and for joining us this evening. I said found it 5 times tonight. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for helping us out in the comments, as always. I'm going to flip the camera here, and then I'm going to go ahead and make, I'm going to make a masculine version of this. I've got that little banner that's already with the notch ready to go, and I've got the plaid paper, right? So I will post that on my Sue Stampfield Facebook group. That is... where is that? If you go to Facebook and just search for Sue Stampfield and just request to join, I will pop you in the group, and we have lots of fun in there. So we'd love to have you come hang out with us if you are on Facebook. Our next video will be on Tuesday night at 7:30 Central Time. Hope you can come hang out with me. And then don't forget, Crafternoon is next Saturday, the 24th. The Crafternoon packets all went out this morning. They went out a day later than I'd hoped because my order got delayed, but it is going out. They all went out this morning. So our next Crafternoon is 3 p.m. Central Time on June 24th. Have a great new fun fold. I'm super excited to share with you. It's great, isn't it, Jennifer? Jennifer's seen it already. So take care, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.